Regional trade. This refers to a type of trade between two distinct geographical regions. Characteristics of regional trade. It takes place within a bigger geographical area. It involves intermediaries or middlemen between producers and the buyers. The trade often covers long distances to and from the market. It involves people who specialize mainly in trade as their means of livelihood. Larger varieties of goods are involved. In regional trade there existed established markets, but goods did not have to be sold on a particular market days like the case of local trade. It also involved large volumes of trade as compared to local trade. Examples of regional trade included the trans-Saharan trade. B. The long-distance trade. The trans-Saharan trade. Trans means across. This was therefore the exchange of goods across the Sahara between the peoples of North Africa, Berbers and Tuaregs, and the people of Western Sudan, the dark-skinned people who occupy the region south of the Sahara. The West African kingdoms of Mali, Ghana and Songhai were involved in this trade. Development of the trans-Saharan trade. 8th–16th CAD. Factors that led to the development of the trans-Saharan trade. A demand for West African goods such as gold, slaves and cola nuts by the North Africans, and for North African goods like horses, cotton cloth and weapons by the West Sudan people. B. Existence of rich merchants in the region, such as the Berbers and Tuaregs, who provided capital for investment in the trade. Availability of capital. C. Existence of local trade in the Western Sudan belt and among the Berbers and Tuaregs. Provided a base for the regional trade. D. Existence of the Tuaregs, who provided security to traders, guided them through the deserts and maintained some water points like the oases where the Berber merchants watered their camels and rested before continuing with their journey to and from Western Sudan. E. Availability of well-established trade routes across the desert which made it easy for the traders to travel. F. Existence of kings in Western Sudan like Mansa Musa of Mali and Askia Muhammad of Songhai who provided protection to traders, ensured peace and political stability. G. Availability of pack animals like the camel and the horse which enabled easy movement through the desert. The camel could carry heavy loads and travel long distances without water. H. Existence of oases which became a source of water during the travels, for the camels and the traders. I. Invasion of North Africa by the Arabs and their eventual settlement led to increase in the volume of trade. J. There were also vast trade goods like gold, palm oil and ivory. This stimulated the development of trans-Saharan trade. The trade goods in the trans-Saharan trade. From Western Sudan. Gold. This was by far the most important commodity that originated from the Wangara region, Bornu, Upper Senegal and Upper Niger. B. Slaves. They were forcefully captured and later used as soldiers and laborers in the Arab world. C. Cola nuts and feathers. Monopoly of the Hausa traders from Kano region. D. Hides and skins from Hausa land for making leather clothing and shoes. E. Ivory originated from Western Belt mainly from Côte d'Ivoire. F. Gum from Mauritania and Senegal. G. Dyed cloth and pepper from the north. Salt from Tahaza, Taudini, Bilma and Ghadames. B. Horses from Tripoli were on demand among the political leaders and their soldiers. C. Glassware, beads, mirrors, perfumes, spices, dried fruits, needles, firearms, daggers and cowrie shells. Organization of the trans-Saharan trade. Beginning of trans-Saharan trade was due to the fact that North Africa was rich in the salt that West Africa lacked while West Africa was rich in gold. The trans-Saharan trade led to an exchange of salt for gold. The trade was between people of the Western Sudan and Arabs from North Africa. Because of the long distance involved, the traders had to organize themselves very well. Traders traveled in large caravans of camels and traders to enhance their security. The rich traders from North Africa initiated the trade. They provided trade goods, camels and horses to middlemen who coordinated the trade. The middlemen would contact desert guides known as takshifs, who also acted as desert guards. They protected the traders and guarded the oases in the Sahara. The Tuaregs also provided the traders with security and acted as interpreters. The caravans usually departed from the north after the rainy season, when sandstorms would subside, for smooth travel. The traders made stops at the oases to refresh themselves and let their camels drink water. They carried gifts for leaders of the communities along the route to appease them and as reciprocation for security while traveling through their kingdoms. Rulers of Western Sudan offered service to the traders while they were in the territory. The trade was conducted in barter, exchanging one good for another, silent trade. Some of the caravan traders used agents who sold goods on their behalf in the interim period between the departure back to the north until the time they came back to Western Sudan. The rulers of Western Sudan controlled trade, regulated amount of gold to be sold. The traders paid taxes to the kings of Western Sudan. The main items of trade were gold and salt, i.e. from the west came gold, ivory, slaves, ostrich, feathers, leather, cola nuts and pepper. From the north came salt, horses, weapons, iron, implements, clothes, silk and beads. Arabs and Berbers financed the trade. The traders followed fairly defined route. The most important routes were as follows. A route starting at Sijilmasa, an oasis, in Morocco, through Tahaza, a desert town with a lot of salt, and ended at Andagost in Western Sudan. A route starting in Tunis and passing through Ghadames, Ghat, Agadez and Gao. Then it passed through Hausaland, Gonja and eventually ended at Yorubaland in modern Nigeria. A route beginning at Sijilmasa and passing through Timbuktu before proceeding to Gao. A route beginning at Tripoli, passing through Fezzan and eventually ending at Bornu in the Sudan belt.